On how to manage tours, the tour pages within TourSoft. So right now we're looking at an example tour, so this Carnally River Rafting Tour, and let's take a look at how this tour is actually built. It's located on the tourist page under this menu drop down, and right now we're on this page. We can see under Tours, Carnally River Rafting. So this is the page that really introduces this tour. All of the information that we want to present to visitors is featured on this page here. Now, this is like an explanation page for this tour. So when we come here, we expect visitors to get all the information that they need and be inspired to book this tour. Now, the way they actually book this tour is by interacting with the booking availability calendar. This calendar is connected to WooCommerce, and that's the system that we use for managing availability and for managing how people can actually book their tours. So when people come to a tour page, we expect them to click on book this tour and come down to this area and then click on the tour that they're interested in and choose how many people that they want and then click on book now. And once they click on book now, this takes them off the tour page and it takes them into the WooCommerce shopping cart. So from here, they actually check out and they put in their card information and then they purchase the actual tour. And we can see that on this website, this item has now been added to the shopping cart and users can enter their billing information and they can go ahead and check out, and the tour operator will receive the payment. Now, when we pass from the tour page, and again it was this river rafting tour page, to the shop page, we've actually passed from the introduction page, which is just built using the TourSoft editor, into the WooCommerce booking system. And if we go to shop, we can actually see that all of the items in the shop are also available to be purchased on this page. So Carnally River Rafting is an item in the shop that we can purchase directly through here. There's really not that much difference technically between this item listing page here, where we have some information about the tour, and this tour page. So if we go back to Tours, Carnally River Rafting, technically not a big difference. They both go to the same place. You can book this tour from this page in the shop, or you can book it on this tour page. The big difference, though, is visual. So if we go back to Carnally River Rafting, this tour page gives a much more visual representation of what you can do on this tour, and it's meant to be much more inspiring for visitors. They can see the pictures, they can get the information about their itinerary, and they can decide that they'd really like to book this tour. So quickly, let's take a look at how to edit this tour page. And if we click on Edit with Elementor, it will open up the visual editor. And once the editor loads, let's take a look at the different modules that are used, or the different widgets that are used to build this page. Just like the home page and other information pages within the site, the main components, the main widgets, are your images and text blocks, and the different pieces that build the site. What's different about tours is that there are also the itinerary widget and the actual booking widget, as well as this tour information widget here, the tour info bar. So first of all, on this page, you can change your images and your text the same as you would any other page on the site. But first, this tour info bar here, we can set the price for the tour, whether that's per person or not, and then things like how many meters climb, or in this case, river drop it is. Say if this was like 15 kilometers long, we would change this here. And then you can choose which icons you want to associate. Maybe we could change this one to a raft. That might be the raft icon might be more relevant for users of this tour. So we can change that there. And you can change the number of people. I believe for this tour, it actually starts from 6. So we want to change that to 6+ people. And then the booking button here goes down to the booking widget down below here. Next, let's look at the itinerary widget. So this is a special widget that allows us to actually build this visual representation of the itinerary, what we're doing on day 1, a little description about that, day 2, and so on. And these items, they're built using these blocks here. So when you build a new tour page, we recommend duplicating one of these existing tour pages and then adding in these blocks here. So you can add an item. If this was a 15-day tour, we would just click Add Item and then add another block here. Or you can duplicate existing blocks, and of course you can delete blocks as well. If this was a 12-day tour, we would just delete these 2 blocks and then enter new information here. You can choose the visual display of the itinerary, whether that's narrow or medium. Actually, in this case, for this page, there's quite a lot of text information. It's not really in point form. So we may want to go with medium layout as opposed to narrow. Don't really recommend full width because it's not very readable for most users. So medium is better, and it's aligned center. Then the next widget is this particular widget here, which controls the booking availability calendar. And you can see that it's called the WC product calendar. WC means WooCommerce, the booking engine, and the product ID is 501. So if we change our tabs and go over to products, and this is from your website dashboard, go to products in the back end, you can see all of the products listed here. Currently, this one is set to ID 501, and that is the Carnally River Rafting product, which is taken from the WooCommerce shop. Let's change back to the tour page, and we can see that 501 is the product ID that's been put in here. So that's how this availability calendar works. All right, those are the main points when building a tour, and let's just update this information. And then we'll go into the back end and take a look at how we could duplicate an existing tour page so that you can start building from zero. So let's exit to dashboard. Okay, now we'll go to all tours. Click on the listing page. And here we have our three tours. Waterfall and River Rock Tour were default tours for this particular theme. Carnally River Rafting is the customer's information we've started to put in. And we can use one of these existing templates, Waterfall or River Rock Tour, or we can work with the the tour page that we had already been working with, and we can just click Duplicate to duplicate this page, and then swap out our information. So when working with these tour pages, we usually recommend using an existing page template and then just click Edit with Elementor. Oh, sorry, first you'll want to change your name. So this currently says Carnally River Rafting, and the permalink is Carnally River Rafting 2. The 2 is automatically set. We want to change this, so just change it to something like Demo Tour. And always remember to change your permalink to match. So click on Edit. And if this was Demo Tour, we would just change this to all lowercase demo-tour. Remember to click OK, and then click Publish, and this will save this tour. All right, that's it for the tutorial on how